Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, for some reason I can't do an intro. I literally have recorded like 14 different intros and I can't do it. So let's just get right into the video. So as you read by the title, we are going to be talking about set etiquette / unspoken set rules. And I have been excited to talk about this for a while because I have been working on a lot of sets recently where I just feel like people maybe haven't been told these things. I don't know. I mean, I don't expect this video to get a lot of views anyway, but if someone who is aspiring to work on set comes across this video and they learn things, that would be great. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Number one, most important thing is to be on time, early and on time, okay? That is crucial. That is very crucial, y'all, okay? Because if you are late, people will side-eye you. If they don't say anything to you, they're definitely talking about you behind your back. I'm just saying. Like, it sounds like crazy, but it's true. Like, if no one chews you out for being late, then they're absolutely talking about you behind your back, about being late and how it annoys them. Like, I'm telling you, people are going to side eye you if you are late, especially if you're late more than once. So I'd say just try to be 5 to 10 minutes early to every call time. Dang. Be 5 to 10 minutes early. I just don't want y'all to experience what it's like being late. Okay. It's just like a whole other thing. Like, I don't know. It's so weird. And it just doesn't look good on you. So yeah, just please be on time. It's funny though, because I've definitely been on sets where like everyone was late, like director was late, talent was late, and I was like the first one there. But I'd rather be the first one there than be the one that's late every day. So just take my advice and be on time. Number two, and arguably this is equally as important, just as important, okay. Do not talk about sensitive topics on set, guys. This is going for politics, religion, like world current events. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Like, for real. And I thought that everybody knew this, because I know that my teachers in makeup school definitely told me, like, don't do it. It's not gonna end well. Like, it's like any job. Corporate job, desk job, you don't want to be talking about like stuff like that, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna run into someone who you don't agree with at all, and it's like, now you know that they have this opinion that you don't agree with, and it's like, now it's kind of awkward, because it's like, you don't really, I mean, some people, they can talk about stuff and disagree and be fine and like literally not care and then go on about their day, but definitely I wouldn't assume everyone is like that, because like, I don't know, it's just, it's weird, guys. Don't do it. I've been on so many sets where people start talking about current events, and then someone says something and the other person's like, well, blah 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 blah, and then that person's like, well, la 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 la, and it's just like, oh my god. Like, or just the amount of times I've overheard someone talking like about like police brutality, and I'm like, why are we talking about this on set? Or just like people talking about race on set, and it's like, you know, it's gonna get awkward. Like, I'm sorry, it's like, you're kind of asking for it to be weird. Like, I don't know. I've seen it happen and I don't like it. It's just always going to lead to problems. I would really rather not know anyone's political ideologies or your stance on anything. I don't want to know who you voting for, who you voted for. I don't want to know like your thoughts on freaking police brutality in America. I don't want to know about your thoughts on foreign policy, bitch. I don't care, and I don't want to hear it. I'm trying to watch his monitor so that I can do a touch-up. Now move. Number 3. Now this one might sound weird at first for those who don't work on set, but if you work on set, you'll understand this, okay? Number 3, don't talk too loud or too much. Now, at first it sounds crazy, but the amount of times someone has been like, okay, first of all, I shouldn't be able to hear you. If I'm on this side of set and you're over here, I shouldn't be able to hear you. Like, you need to be talking like this. I shouldn't be able to hear you. Like, if I'm in one room and you in another room, I should not be able to hear you. Why? Because it's just disruptive behavior. Nobody wants to hear it. Like, you over here laughing, kikiing, and we over here working our asses off, trying to focus, trying to concentrate. It's just unprofessional and annoying. Sorry. I assisted for this music video. Yes, I was assisting, and the artist's assistant was so loud and disruptive and just like dying laughing at everything, just so loud, like you can hear her across the room. And it got so bad, like people would like she would make a loud noise and everybody on set would just like would just turn and like be like annoyed. And I promise you guys, you don't want to be the one everyone's annoyed with on set. You don't, because it doesn't look fun. I mean, I've never experienced it, I don't know, but I've definitely witnessed someone being that guy, and you don't want to be that guy. Like, if anything on set, you want to be kind of out of the way, quiet, do your job, move on. Like, you want to be seen, not heard. I think that's the phrase. Low key, if for some jobs, like, okay, for makeup artists, like, you don't really need to be in the way if like you're not needed, which sounds like rude, but it's not, because set is so like, we be in tight spaces. It's just a lot of equipment. It's just a lot. And if you don't need to be around there, like, don't be. But if you do need to be there, be there. But it's like, you just don't want to be in the way, honestly. So it's like, I don't know, just that mindset of like staying out the way, don't bother people. You don't want to be the person who everyone's like side-eyeing. I promise you, you don't. So yeah, that's why I say, like, I feel like not talking too loud and too much is like kind of one of those unspoken rules, just because, again, you don't want to be the person everyone's like looking at. At least I personally feel like you don't want to be, but hey, everyone's different. These are my personal opinions, okay? Number 4, okay. This one is another one that'll seem weird, but I promise you it's not. Do not take people's seats / don't stand directly in front of people, okay? I'll talk about the first thing first. Don't take people's seats. Okay, the thing about set is that usually they don't have that many like chairs. And unfortunately, I'm not saying it's like a hierarchy thing, but like, okay, let's say there's 3 chairs, okay? And there's 10 people. Obviously the director's gonna sit down, like like, let's be real. If the director's not like standing up, like, let's say there's a monitor. This is Video Village, okay? Let's say there's 3 chairs, 5 people, okay? Obviously the director's gonna sit down to watch the monitor. Probably one of the talent's gonna sit down, and then like the AD or something is gonna sit down. So obviously, let's say one of them get up to get water. Are you gonna sit in that empty chair? No. Why? Because when they come back, they're gonna be kind of looking at you like, what? So just don't, guys. Like, most sets, they don't already, like, you're gonna be standing. Most sets don't have chairs like on top of chairs just waiting for people. Like, no. Luckily, as a makeup artist, I always have a chair. I always have my makeup chair, so I can move that thing anywhere I want, and normally I can sit down pretty much anywhere. But yeah, for the most part, you're gonna be standing for a while. So just get used to it. I'm sorry. Like, there's rarely times where there's just like empty and open chairs for people to sit down. I don't know why. And then the other thing, and don't stand directly in front of people. This is just my personal pet peeve. I don't feel like this is an unspoken rule, unfortunately. This is just my personal, like, something that I don't like when people do to me and something that I wouldn't do to someone else. Like, when I'm standing, let's say again at Video Village, and I'm looking at the monitor, do you know how many times people have just stood directly in front of me, didn't say excuse me, didn't say sorry, didn't even ask if they could stand there, and they just stand like directly like in my like line of sight, and I have to like move out of the way or be like trying to like, okay, first of all, that's just rude. I'm sorry. Like, it's rude. Like, don't just stand directly in front of someone. Either ask them, hey, like, can I, oh, you know, can I scooch in or something? But don't just, I hate when people stand in front of me. It feels like, I don't know, guys. It's just like one of those things, you know. Everyone has their things, and that is just personally one of mine. I don't like when people stand in front of me, and I wouldn't stand directly in front of someone. Like, I get sets can be tight squeezes sometimes, but girl, like, I know you saw me, so don't do that, you know. It's just rude. Moving on. Okay, and then the last thing is, okay, this is a set etiquette thing that is coming from the point of view from makeup artists, okay? If you are on set and you're talent or whoever, do not leave things on the makeup artist station, okay? I'm telling you, we all hate it. Okay, maybe not all of us. 80% of us hate it, and it's just rude. That's like just another thing. Like, I wouldn't go up to where your stuff is and just like put my stuff there, you know? Like, makeup artists, we only have like such a limited space. Like, we are always getting like shoved into these tiny little corners, tiny little bathrooms with like the smallest table. And for you to like just leave your shit there, like water bottle, keys, script, like, no. But yeah, I'm gonna move it every time, babes. Like, that is rude. Like, we don't have much space, y'all, and it is kind of unsanitary to like leave your stuff where our like sanitary products are that we're using on people's like faces and eyes and mouth and nose and shit. Like, you, like, that's just nasty. Don't be leaving your shit on our shit. And it's rude again, so don't do it, please. We don't like it. It really annoys me and a lot of other makeup artists that I have talked to. Okay, now I want to read some responses that I got. So I actually did put up something on my Instagram story. I'll put it right there. And I was just asking makeup artists or people who work on set, like, if you have anything you'd like to add to this conversation or any just questions, concerns, whatever, or if you had anything you would like to add. So I did post that, and I had got 2 responses that were very good responses. So one was never talk about pay. And the reason I'm bringing this one in is I don't fully agree, but it's not that I don't agree. Like, I do and I don't. Like, definitely don't be walking around like telling people how much you're making and stuff, like to other departments, and like just randomly dropping that number, and don't expect what you're getting paid to like change, because once you have agreed to the rate and signed the contract, that's it. So on one hand, it's like there's no point in bringing up pay because it's like you can't really change it. But the reason I disagree is because I have worked on jobs before where I would talk to my own like department, like other makeup artists that I was working with, and I would learn that like I was being severely underpaid. And again, I did negotiate my rate, but it's like one of those things where you don't know what their budget is. So it's like, yeah, you have your rate, but they could have way more money available and they won't tell you. And so that basically inspired me to kind of up my rate even more. Not that it's like super, super high. It's actually pretty like mid-range, which I'm making a video about like how to set your rate and stuff later. But so I'm gonna wait to reveal my rates until that video. But I would learn like, oh shit, I could actually like charge people more. Like, it's one of those things where I'm used to getting like underpaid, guys. Like, I feel like you don't understand. Okay, as a Black makeup artist, I get severely underpaid and like just mistreated compared to other people. So like in my situation, talking to people about in my department about their rates helps me because I can like be like, oh shit, I can actually charge this. Like people are charging this. That is true. And like they can't say they don't have the money because they probably do. They just don't want to give it to me. And that for me was like really like it helped me kind of have more confidence in what I wanted to like charge. So, you know, it's like obviously I wouldn't go to like a cameraman and be like, what's your rate? Like, what are you making? Like, no. Because most of the time, everyone is making something different. Like, people don't usually like have like I don't know how to word it. I don't know, my words aren't working. But like a cameraman, a makeup artist, a hairstylist, a gaffer, and a PA, they're not all making the same. I promise you. Like, you know? So it's like you can't take it to heart though, because a lot of different departments, they have different like requirements. Some people have to charge like a kit fee. Some people like for makeup artists, we charge a kit fee because we have to replenish our kit often. And then let's say a cameraman, you're hiring him and he owns all of his camera equipment. He may or may not charge you a fee. Because camera stuff, it's like once you have the camera, like you have the camera. So it's really just about their rate and their labor. But you know, for us, we have to charge a kit fee because we're using so like many disposable items that have to be rebought. So it's like we're gonna lose money in the end because it's like, okay, we have our rate. And then, but I have to go to the store and buy the stuff that ran out while I was on set. So that takes away from my rate. So it's like I technically lost money, which is why makeup artists charge a kit fee. So yes, don't take it to heart if you hear that someone on set is making like way more than you. There's probably a reason. Or if you feel like you're being underpaid, then you know for next time to charge a little bit more. So yeah, that's how I feel about the whole pay situation. And then we actually had a comment from a DP, but the DP says, I want to know, basically, I want to know how to work with makeup artists better, which I thought this was a great one because I actually was planning on making a video about just like other departments and how they kind of make makeup artists' lives like really hard and just like how like just things to know about our department. How to work with us is knowing like times and timing. I feel like a lot of people think, oh, makeup artist, you can get this person done in 15 minutes and then whatever. And that just feels like you're kind of diminishing what it is to be a makeup artist, and you're just kind of like diluting it and like making it seem like we just throw some foundation on you and call it a day, or like we just have our silly little stuff that we just, and it's just like, babes, this is a whole science, okay? I'm gonna just say it now. Makeup is literally an art and it's like a science, okay? And I feel like people should know that things just take longer than you think. I don't know where people got the idea that like we can do someone's face in like 15-20 minutes, okay? Like honestly, I feel like a lot of tension that comes from set and like between makeup artists and like let's say AD or like whatever, or a director, is one, not knowing. Honestly, a face is gonna take at least 30 minutes per face, and that's for like natural makeup, okay? A natural face, yes, it takes 30 minutes. Why? Because a lot goes into making a face look natural, because TV's definition of natural is still unfortunately a full face kind of. You just work it differently. So yeah, that's one thing. And then another thing I feel like is just understanding makeup can only do so much. And that's not like in a rude way towards like the talent or whoever we're doing makeup on. But do you know the amount of times I've had like camera people come up to me being like, oh, can you cover this person's beard stubble with makeup? You cannot cover texture with makeup, guys. Texture will be there no matter what. That's like trying, like when people have a talent who's like has acne prone skin, and then being like, can you cover like the, like, no, I can cover the, like the redness and the discoloration, absolutely, but can I cover the look of like physical texture? No. And that's like another thing where I just feel like I've even had tension with like directors and stuff, because they get mad at me because they're like, oh well, why does it still look like this? And it's like, I can't fix that. Like if this person decided to shave like the day before their shoot and they knew that their skin got like that, I can't do anything about that. And I just feel like that's another thing, just like not bringing the expectations down, but because makeup artists can do a lot, okay? We can do a lot, okay? But we can't do it all, guys. That's another thing. Like if you like you hired this person knowing that they had these things, and now you're getting mad because I can't fix it. It's like, I can't fix everything. So that's like another thing I feel like, and not just DPs, because I know a person who's a DP asked me this, but this just goes for like camera, ADs, directors, everybody. Oh, another thing, I feel like other departments should kind of learn a little bit about makeup. Not even gonna lie to you guys, like I've had jobs where people are being like, okay, I want a smoky eye, but I also want like they'll just mix terms that like don't go together. Like I'm trying to think of something just like random. Like they'll be like, I want a natural smoky eye, or like I want like a natural freaking glam. Huh? Like, no, girl, no. You don't know what you're talking about, and now I'm confused. Like, and then that's like, you know, a kind of another like thing that can cause like, you know, issues, because it's like y'all telling me all this random shit, and then when we can't like deliver, then it's a whole problem. But yeah, so maybe learn like the difference between a natural makeup, a full glam, like a full coverage, and like, I don't know, like just something, guys. I need y'all to learn a little something, because I am tired of people throwing random words together and then I'm just supposed to somehow like like figure it out. I don't know, I don't get that. But yeah, so that's 3 things right there. So it was number one, learning how like long things take. 2, adjusting your expectations. We can only do so much. And 3, learning makeup terms and jargon and things, or just learn the difference between basic, simple stuff. Okay, yeah. And the last one was a tip from another makeup artist. She said knowing like the lingo and who to like report to, which I thought this one was good too. Yeah, definitely learn like set lingo. If you hear them say something and you don't know what that means, ask someone, please. If you hear that someone being like, all right, this is the martini shot, okay, and you don't know what that means, ask someone, please. Or if you hear someone be like, all right, I'm gonna go 10-1, and you don't know what that means, ask. Those are just like ones that come off the top of the head, but there's so many more, and you don't even realize it until you're working on set and you're hearing all these words. So yeah, just try to learn. Honestly, the way I learn is asking. Like, I'll just whisper to someone like, oh, what does martini shot mean? And then they'll tell me that means it's the last shot of the day. Okay. And then as far as who to report to, it depends on like the situation, but generally report to whoever hired you / like whoever, like, see the vibes on set. But like if you have a question about a look, either go to like the director, the AD, or the person who hired you, or Yeah, but don't look to other people in your department to like answer your questions. Always make sure you're getting your information from the source, okay? And just because you overheard some camera people talking about when we was going on lunch, that don't mean it's true. Always ask, or if you just have a question about a look or anything, yeah, just suss out the vibes. You'll be able to tell who's in charge and who's not. But yeah, that's like pretty much all I have for now. I'm sure there's like way more stuff I can think of later, but this was just like off the top of my head kind of. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or just anything you'd like to add in the comments, please leave it down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys could subscribe and help me with that, that would be amazing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.